Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Dallas. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reach. Yard line before he stopped. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 39. Throwing the out route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Here we go, set. Check go.
Here's the handoff. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Go, Reed, go.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Complete out to the right. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
He's got the 1st and more inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He's out in the clear. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Rams finish off their opening drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, first and 10.
Let's go now.
Give now to the running back. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Trying the right side. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 41. Buying some time right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. They'll throw it. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys break the tie here in the first. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's get it, 19. Here we go. Set. 7-5. Go.
They'll come out throwing. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's on target. Puka Nacua. Get some space around midfield. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Jacobs running behind center. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They start out 2nd and 10.
19 light.
Looking for a throw here. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. They send the tight end in motion. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
3rd and just 2 to go. Pass play now. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Let's go now.
He's got it on the bootleg. Flushed out of the pocket. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. Well, we've all seen a lot of QBs make some magical plays rolling to the right, buying time before throwing it up. But not this time, as the defense steps in front of that one, probably shouldn't have been thrown.
Yeah, discretion the key in so many of these situations for quarterbacks. Why game management and decision-making is so critical. I love that he escaped the pocket rolls, right? Tries to buy time for his guys to help him, but when there is nobody there, you either got to tuck it and run or live to play another day.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Smash, run. Get it. Smash, smash. Go.
Back to the well again. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And he'll only get this one up to about the 47. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Set.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from near his own goal line. Caught by his back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. He's dropping back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Rams facing a deficit near the break. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They bring their tight end left. Here he is on 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 34 yards on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. Set go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Gets the first inside the 45. And finally stopped at the 34. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No check. No check.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it near the 10. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 17.
He's going to throw this one. He's got it over the middle. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
79 Bronco. 18 left. 18 left. 60 left.
Setting up a throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Cowboys take over on his 11th interception in the campaign.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Check, Bobcat. Here we go, set.
Running it now out of the gun. Pushing for the red zone. Nice run across the 15. Is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. He'll throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. He's back to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Jacobs. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Pass play coming here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing on 2nd and real long here. His pass caught by Nakua. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Third and long for him here. Able to find Nakua here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing it again here. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nakua. So it's 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's go.
Catch made right side by Nakua. And they bring him down around the 34. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Ready. 19 right. Track 60. Let's go.
They'll try and throw it here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He's going to field this at the 2. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Ready.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
To the air, 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Tag. Go.
They're going for this. And they pick him off again. And the Cowboys Cowboys have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
First down, ball at the 36. They give it to him again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Throwing off the play fake here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Miscommunication on the lateral. The ball is loose. And he'll go down here at the 16.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got two things on their mind. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back-to-back carries here. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. It's only a gain of 1, back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Cowboys football, and they should be able to coast through the 4th with that kind of lead. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. The give now out of the shotgun. Juke the defender. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys are running them out of the building. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys continue adding on to that lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Jacobs. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's on the move. He can run it. That's a pickup of 9. And it brings up an LA first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. It's a design boot. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They go play action on 1st. Rolling out to his left. Throwing on the run, deep down the... Oh, no, they get him yet again! And the Cowboys take possession on his 13th INT of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Come up 1st and 10. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable...
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down.
Let's go.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Gay's kick is good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To throw here on 1st down. On the move, headed right. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
So the Rams keep the offense out there. They're deciding to try for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. It's caught. And he's going to get in for 2 points, which, well, it doesn't do a ton to help on the scoreboard right now, partner, but a positive moment at the very least. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys manage to recover the football. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. You go right over their head. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Lining up.